Yep.
Okay. I've talked about enough of it the last couple of weeks with all sorts of different people, so I need your perspective on Alex Van Dyke. Because we understand why he was looked at the way he was after a very solid first season last season. He's got that old school pro style size, arm strength kind of deal going for him. He went on the road and won some big games, so that's impressive. But I just think personally, maybe I'm wrong, but I think the switch in offense has just been the problem. And I'm not saying Gaddis doesn't know what he's doing. I just think the Gaddis offense doesn't work for Van Dyke. And I just think that's got to be the reason that I think he's overthinking things before the injury even. And I just think he's completely messed up right now. And I wouldn't even be surprised if he transferred, to tell you the truth, because they have Garcia there. Just transfer to someone and let the smart guys dictate where you should go based on your skill set and what offense that you need to be under to get you back to being a first round type of talent. Now, did you ever believe going into the season that he was a first round draft talent?
No, I never had him. I got asked on him multiple times. I never went higher than day 2. I think he's even out of that discussion by a pretty wide margin right now. We can talk about whose fault is it? Is it the coaching fault? Is it his fault? Did he not adjust to the new offense, like you said? I think that we're going to see this more and more every single year when a quarterback starts to struggle. It just doesn't seem like a scheme fit. We're going to see him playing for a different program next year. It's just so easy to transfer now.
Yep.
And I think with the way the world works, where, hey, it's always someone else's fault. It's never my fault. Let me go somewhere else. There's going to be schools lining up for him, I bet.
Oh, absolutely.
Some of these programs that are losing some of the quarterbacks that we talked about to the draft next year, that I'd be hitting those guys up right away. Yeah. And I think Van Dyke could benefit from a change of scenery. That's a big thing with quarterback. I mean, Joe Burrow is probably the climax of the example, going from Ohio State to LSU and becoming the number 1 overall pick in the draft because he played, right? Because he got on the field.
And he had to wait.
Yes. And prior to that season, I mean, I don't know anyone that had more than a 6th-round outlook on him.
Sure.
Then he goes out and he had the season to play. So I think that we're going to see Van Dyke playing elsewhere next year. Where is that? I don't know. I mean,
could be a lot of places. Who knows?
I know. I mean, I could see Kentucky being the path for him with the pro offensive play callers there.
But also, you got to make sure that you have, again, like we said with Levis, maybe you might want to make sure you've got some talent also to work with.
Yeah, right. That's a good point as well. Yeah, because Kentucky hasn't really gone up the level up yet, like you said, in the wide receivers. They got a couple tight ends, maybe a wide receiver that are late round picks, but nothing compared to what they're matched up against week to week.